I'm outspoken, I'm controversial, and I'm a human being, but one thing I am not is a racist. I'm also not going to be backed into a corner and silenced. We all say crap we don't mean when we're upset, and if my tweets on the night of the Dallas ambush hurt you, I apologize, but don't for 1 second think that I don't have a right to criticize a movement that I find destructive, damaging, and dangerous. It happened in Ferguson.
Break this!
Tell me this, how does burning down your community, rioting, looting, and inciting violence bring about social justice? But then let's take a look at Baltimore.
That's what we've been looking at for the last 2.5 hours. This is two cars that have been set aflame by the demonstrators, by the rioters, as I think is probably the proper term.
Again, in remembrance of Freddie Gray, protesters and activists torched cars and erupted into violence. The peaceful movement at it again. But what about this assertion that the Black Lives Matter movement isn't anti-police, that it doesn't target police officers? I don't know about you, but this certainly says otherwise.
We just thought it'd be kind of fun and hilarious to get a pig out here and write Darren Wilson on them, dress them up, with a hat and badge, and take it from there and get a few laughs and cut them open and gut them and eat them.
Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon.
Is it all of the activists? No, certainly not. And yes, the protests in Dallas on Bloody Thursday started out peaceful. But do you really think the shooter, who shall remain nameless, wasn't triggered by the anti-police rhetoric of our leaders, entertainers, and activists? Decide for yourself. But let's turn to this weekend. More protests, some peaceful, many not, like this.
We ain't scared. We ain't scared. We ain't scared. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Rescue the police.
We're coming over to this other side, and there was a firework that's being thrown at the police. Wow! Big firework just popped off.
Yet I'm sure the mainstream will spin this and say those 102 protesters taken into custody were doing nothing wrong. Well, actually, blocking Interstate 94 isn't nothing. Sorry the cops didn't want you to become part of the pavement while you actively protested against them. And the protesters on the overpass must have forgotten the whole peaceful thing when they started throwing things like construction rebar at officers from the overpass. 21 officers injured in St. Paul while trying to police and protect the very protesters that seem to hate and demonize them. Again, it takes a special kind of person, a police officer, to do so much for people that seem to care so little.